What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to talk about the Detective Pikachu promo card. So before we get right into it, hit the like button and the subscribe button and let me know in the comment section, did you guys buy this card? And if you did, what price did you buy this card at? So yeah, let's get right into it. This Detective Pikachu card was released on October 7th, 2023, coupled with the Detective Pikachu Nintendo Switch game. And if you ordered it 2 months ago from the Pokemon Center, you could have gotten this little tiny cute figurine. And when I say little tiny, I do really mean little tiny because, yeah, they're actually shorter than the height of the card. So yeah, and the max number of copies you can actually get on the Pokemon Center online website were 2. So I bought 2 copies. It came in a box. There's 2 games, 2 figurines, and 2 cards. So that's pretty much that. But what about the promo cards? Well, the promo card, has been selling on eBay for around that $22 to $25 on the first few days of release. There weren't a lot of takers. There weren't a lot of buyers at that time because everyone was still very busy trying to get those Van Gogh Pikachu cards. And I think that, this card was definitely overshadowed by Van Gogh's Pikachu promo cards. And since then, this card has actually gone up to that $35 to $45 price range on eBay. I was able to pick a number of these cards up from a Japanese seller. And I got around like 30 or 40 copies of them at around that $22 a piece, something along that line. So that's where these promo cards come from. Now keep that in mind because I said you have to buy a game, right? So how did Japanese seller get that many? Keep that in mind first. Now, a lot of you guys ask, is this a good card? Well, let's talk about the card first. The card is actually quite a good looking card. We can see that we have Detective Pikachu and he's sitting on Growlithe. And the Growlithe is pretty much your police dog kind of thing. It's really cute. And I think that, with the stamp, so we know that it is Detective Pikachu. It's quite unique. It looks good. And it's not that kind of CGI kind of Pikachu. It's actually a drawn Pikachu. So that's another plus for this card because when Detective Pikachu was released last time, a couple of years ago, the Pikachu and the Pokemons there were very, very heavily CGI. Does it look bad? No, it still looks good. But, I do prefer the actual drawing artwork of cards. So I think that this card is really good in that sense. And yeah, that's what I can say about this card. Now, for you guys who have noticed this already, there is a number written on every single card. Some are labeled as A, some are labeled as B, and we have a serial number here. We can see that, the B serial number starts with B40 and then a stranger number. We also have A80 numbers, A81 numbers, and A82 numbers. So what I would suspect that there would be 100,000 for each set of these cards, totaling 400,000 of this card being printed. I know what you're going to say. Hey, Collect Pokemon, that's crazy. How is it possible that they print 400,000 of this card? It's actually not that crazy. If they actually printed 400,000 copies of the game, which is very likely, seeing Pokemon game sells in their millions, it is very likely that they have printed 400,000 of these cards. And, traditionally, it is only the pre-order people who gets it. But, this time, maybe Pokemon knew that, this is going to be a popular card. So they just printed to the ground and coupled it with the number of game they actually made. And I think that's pretty much the case here. And you're going to say, hey, then collect Pokemon. 400,000 cards. Does that mean that this card will plummet in price? Does it mean that, we're not going to pay $40 for this? We're going to pay like $5, $10 for this. Is it possible? To be very honest, the answer is no, it's not possible. I do believe that this card will stay at that $35 to $40 price range. I think 40 is overshooting it right now. I think if you can get it for around that 30 to 35 price range, I think a lot of Japanese sellers are still willing to negotiate at that price. But chances are you have to buy in bulk, like 10 or 20 or 30 copies. But if you're buying one copy, $40, doesn't matter, just buy it. And the reason is this: you need to understand how the distribution of games and cards work. And these cards actually comes in a white box kind of thing, and then you have a standard like standard booster box, Japanese booster box, and left and right side, each side have around 15 to 20 cards, pile like that, and then we get some water. And basically, when you order the game in a case, they give you an extra box and they ship it out. So that's usually how they distribute promo card in general. Here's the thing: a lot of these promo cards a lot of these games are sent to distributors. The distributors will open order for stores to order, and stores will order a lot of these cards. The MSRP for a lot of these games are going to be your $40 US, around that price. And the stores or the distributors are getting it for most likely 60%, 70%, maybe sometimes 50% of the price. So if the MSRP of this game is $40, the cost for those distributors and game store owner, is going to be around $20. And because of this, they sell the cards. If the card has a market value of $25, they sell the cards, they pretty much gain $5 extra, and the game they get is for free. So that's why a lot of them get circulated out in the open, because distributors, game store owner, they're selling these so that they can recuperate the price of ordering these cards. So that's how life works, kind of thing. Now the question is, when the people are buying these from the game store at around $25, is it likely that they're gonna lower the price to reduce their margin? The bottom margin is $20, let's just say. I'm just suspecting, right? So the bottom margin is 20, so it will never go down below 20. So the $5, $10 idea is not possible. That's one thing. And the second thing is that if people are going on eBay seeing this card is selling for $40, do you think that game store owner will now still sell these cards for $20 to whoever comes in and say, I want all your promo cards? No. I mean, game store seller, they're not dumb. People are not dumb anymore. They just go on the internet, they check price for everything, right? Especially Pokemon cards, because everyone knows Pokemon is a money machine. And because of that, I just don't see that there's a lot of room for the card to drop back down to that $25 price range. I think it's going to stay at that $30, $35, $40 price range for a bit longer. And then when supply dries up, because people are no longer caring about the Van Gogh Pikachu card, they're going to start their attention to look at this card. And when more and more people buy this, the price of $40 will be quite stable there. So that's what I think. That's pretty much that. Now the question is this: if a distributors for the Pokemon game, the Detective Pikachu game, is holding on to a large quantity of these cards, they're just stored in warehouse 5 years, 10 years later, when they realize that this game, they can pretty much don't waste warehouse space, burn it or something like that, they'll find these cards, and maybe an employee, they'll have all of them and they'll sell it out all at once. Yes, we would then see a price plummet, but it won't be anytime soon. It won't be anytime in the next 2 to 3 years. That's what I do believe. But anytime beyond that, there is a danger of this card going up to a very high price and then plummeting back down. So this is what I would suggest. $40 is not an expensive price. Buy it now, buy 1 or 2 copies. Would I hold on to a lot to invest in on this card? No, I would not. I would rather invest in a Van Gogh card than this card right now. But I would say that because it's a nice looking card, as a Pikachu collector, I would have collected 20, 30 copies of it easily. So that's my personal opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye bye.